Tomorrow I'm doing something that I've never done before, and I have no idea how this is gonna go, but here's hoping for the best. I've organized and gathered things all week for this, and yeah, come along with me as I try to do this. So we're on our way, and we had to stop to do some last minute things, but now we're ready, and the only thing we have to do now is set everything up and then wait. I'm hoping to make at least $100 to $150, maybe a little more to get back what I put in, but if I make $150, I'll be happy. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Here we are setting everything up. I recommend getting a partner or bringing someone with you so they can help you set up. The tent was one of the hardest parts, especially because it was so windy that we had to do this 3 times, and I didn't get it all on video, but this was our last attempt and it finally worked. One lady a couple rows down from us actually didn't end up putting up her tent because it kept collapsing from the wind no matter how much we helped her.
We like Keithley frying sandwich, the chicharrón.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
My boyfriend's
Pork belly sandwich.
spending more money than we're gonna probably make in this market. That was a weird interaction. I should have told him he would have been the perfect candidate for my meal club, but I don't know. He just
help
left.
with your life number.
He just left all of a sudden. Like he didn't finish the conversation. He was just like, "Oh yeah." Do you see that one? Wow. Tres leches? Why are you getting so much food, my guy? You're that hungry? What is that?
You like this one, right?
Banana? You eat it.
I already had. Let me get one. You should do? Make the jar a little bit more fun, like where you could give it to people and be like, oh,
That's
see
the
if you
jar
want.
you gave me.
I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
You wanna do that? You go up and be like, hey, you wanna get your hand, get a discount, pick whatever you want. nobody can read it. It's too small. I'm trying to do a video.
See if I actually land 100%.
There is one. I was thinking of taking it out. There is one, but nobody's gonna get it because nobody's gonna start.
5? Damn, Vanessa, at least start from 10.
What do you mean?
At least start from 10%.
I told you
2%?
I told you.
You
I started 1 to 100.
Get better margins on
1
your
to
shit.
100. Watch, I'll get the 100.
Oh, it goes to 100.
4%. Oh wait, yeah, 4%. Was I supposed to do more this time? Just in case.
Just in case, what? Shake it up, man.
No, there's a lot of 1%. I did a lot of 1s, a lot of 5s, and some 10s.
She probably buried it down here too. Nobody ever got it.
What is that? Oh,
9%.
Oh,
bro.
see?
It's not even 10. It never
so
even
I
makes
should do 10?
You did 1 to 10%?
I did 1 to 100. I did 1 to like 30. You didn't tell me, you just said percent.
Why do I have to specify how much?
Why did I have to do 10%?
When you go shopping, don't you want the highest percentage?
Yeah, but this is risk. This is this is luck. You're
Your time.
risking your time and your hand. Doesn't the what's it called? The surprise is what matters, not the actual result.
Yeah, no, but if I get 1%, I'm throwing you.
What do you mean? If you get 1%, you got 1%. I'll say it's 10. I'll be like, oh, that means 10. Good job.
Like 10? What do I get for 10%?
Whatever you want. 10% off. My clothes aren't inclusive because it's just my size.
I already have a large.
It's just
Wala.
But no, these are large though. This one's large. I should have told that lady when the guy was like, oh, but those look like kids' clothes. I should have said this one's large. Extra large.
They do look like kids' clothes.
It's
Why is
extra
my
large.
gray polo there? It's a, what does the gray
What
polo
gray
have
polo?
anything? It's a third piece or the
None of it's yours. What great polo?
That polo from
That's
Ralph?
A tank top.
No, it's not the
The
tank top.
beige one?
Yeah.
You're colorblind. The beige one, I'm pretty sure I got that when I went to the what is it?
Exchange.
Yeah, the exchange. That it was free.
Where is
That's
it
not-
there?
You
Why
didn't
is
want
there?
it.
Okay, why
You
is
didn't
it there?
take it.
What is you selling?
For men.
Did he sew it?
Huh? No, I didn't do anything with it. I just sell whatever I can. So yeah, people really like this art that I brought, that I made for myself, and I was trying to sell. They really liked that. Nobody liked the purses. But anyway, my do's and don'ts. I would say for your first time, try to borrow as much as possible. So I lucked out because I was able to borrow the tent from a friend. I was able to borrow the table, the chairs, really all the big stuff. And obviously I had my products. So I really only I ended up spending like around $150 to almost $200 just because it was $62 to sell at this market. Plus, I had to pay, let's say, it was $6 for 50-pound sandbags, and we needed like 160. So I ended up buying 3 sandbags, so that's like $18. And then I ended up paying for $30 at the dollar store. I went and got some little decor to set up my table. So I ended up I needed a clothing rack, and I got that off Facebook Marketplace for like $20. And yeah, if you're doing this, I would say try to not spend any money. Try to like borrow everything. I also went to the library, and that's where I printed out like all my signs, and I printed out all my little things that I handed out to people. So that was great and free. and then everything else I made. So like I made the thing to hang the purses. I made that. I sewed that together. The table cover was some fabric that I hadn't used. Um, but yeah, I still have everything. I didn't end up selling anything, so I feel like I have more than what I started with, which sucks, but it's the first time, you know. I wanted to make $100 at least, but I didn't make anything from this. But yeah, so those are my do's and don'ts. Um, Borrow as much as you can. Try not to spend any money if you can. Get something like a game or something that people can play. The ones with the games is the ones that got the most, audience, the most customers, because you were able to like reel people in while other people were playing your game. I forgot to say another thing. To make sure the market that you go to has at least some of your target audience. This market in Doral, I just assumed because I thought Doral was a little more high end, but it ended up being the kind of target audience that wasn't my target audience. It ended up being a lot of different people that probably don't know what a meal club is or don't care about handmade things or sustainability. So yeah, nobody really cared. So you have to do your research on that because that's important. Also, make sure like this market is well established or that they have some proof of foot traffic. But yeah, it was really hard. If you're gonna do this, you have to be like passionate about it. You have to be confident in your product and want to sell it because it was hard. We were in 90-degree weather. It was windy as hell. I felt my tent was gonna collapse or run off on me like 4 different times. Definitely get sand weights for your tent or like some type of weight to hold it down. Don't, expect too much on your first time at the market. And also don't take your whole inventory. Try to take a few like key things. And yeah, we'll see if I do it again. I sell mostly online my things, but we'll see if I go to another market. My boyfriend gave me a great idea because a lot of people like the art that I showed you. So, and some of it's like anime. So he told me that I should go to like anime conventions and try to sell my art there. So that's maybe something I'll challenge myself with in the future to go. Overall, it was more or less a success. I did it. I put myself out there. It was a lot of work, but I got some people interested. Some people commented. So, I think it ended up being a good thing. But yeah, if you're gonna do this, make sure you plan, you have enough time. I did this all within a week, and I don't have a regular job, so I had time to like do everything. But I would suggest like at least 2 weeks to plan everything if you have a 9 to 5 to get everything done, to print everything out. And don't stress too much about it. The main things are just your tent and weights and a table and chair and your products. You can decorate later. But if you have those things as well as maybe like a game to get people into your booth, then you'll be good. You can decorate everything later. You don't need to start buying stuff now. But yeah, you guys got this. If you've been thinking about doing a market, all you have to do is get the tent, get a table, get a chair, and that's it, and set it up. And weights, and set everything up, and you're good. That's all you need. Everything else can come later, but you just need to start. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and make sure to like or subscribe so that you can get more videos like this. I think next week I'm gonna do one of me voice acting, so stay tuned for that one.